Hey there, Brick fans. Welcome back. I'm back. It's been a few weeks off. I'm looking forward to getting stuck in again to the workshop for Savi's this morning. So, yeah, I look forward to having a chat with all of you guys. But yeah, here we go. Let's hope you're all doing really well. And I'm going to crank some. Hey, Mateo. Good to have you back. Hey, Lego Master Builder. How have you guys all been doing? Okay, here we go. I'm good. It's good to be back. Off the last couple of weeks, but it's good to be back for sure. Been dying to get some Batuu done. It's just yeah, it was obviously hard the last couple of weeks to get going. Now what's going on here? Where's my live playlist? There we go. Okay. Ooh. Cool. I think it's time to get a new playlist, maybe. Alright, so we're going to start off by tiling off some of this inner area before I go any further. We're going to add in the border here on the table, and then I'm going to go in and start doing some of the detailing on the table as well. And just start building up the two side walls. I'll probably just start with one side wall so you guys can see pretty much what's going on in there, because if I build up the two side walls, it's going to be a lot harder for you guys to see what's going on. It's going to go into the build this way so that when you see it from the side, you'll actually see the build here. Yeah, so that will always be open, but I think I'll probably leave this side open too so you guys can see. Oh, sweet. The N1 Starfighter seems to be the flavour of the month for obvious reasons. I'm assuming you did the Mandalorian version, or did you just build the N1 Starfighter? Make my reference a bit bigger here on screen. And yes, I know my reference is here and it's like I never look at it, but it's actually on my screen here too. So pretty cool. I got these cool looking, they're like ex-Imperial containers. So they're like a really cool like yellow orangey color. So I'm actually looking forward to doing these as well, because I think that it's where they hold all the kyber crystals. Don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like in here. This is where they hold the canisters for the kyber crystals. So yeah, I will be doing a canister as well. That's pretty exciting. The leak for the new one, yeah. I did see that. Just thinking what I'm going to do with this. don't have any of these round parts in dark bluish grey, but I really wanted to do the floor in light bluish grey and dark tan. So I'm just trying to contemplate what to do with that. Maybe I make the majority of the table dark tan. Or I could just do like a light bluish grey border. I wonder. Decisions. This is going to be hard to make this decision now. But I am going to do it. Just got to tile the interior here. In there. Okay. What's going on with that? Come on. Louder. Desktop audio just like kaput. So we'll see. Yes, the ATTE is going to be like really cool. Any kind of Clone Wars stuff, I'm actually really excited about, because I didn't. I was probably in my dark ages in and around that time that a lot of those sets came out. So I'm actually really looking forward to picking up some more clone stuff. I got all my battle packs the other week, which I was very excited to get. So I got like five of the clone battle packs, so I'll be able to fill out my gunship now, which I still haven't built. But yeah, I am very excited about doing that. Kind of wanted to go in like a... Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah, so that's a good... There we go. Yeah, definitely. I think like a cool factory or something like that. That'd be sweet. I'm going to try to do something like this, I think. I want to try and introduce this sort of one, two. So these two 2x2s are offset. Hey Ben Bricks, how you going, man? Hey, your build looks unreal. Hey, that clone base you did looks incredible. It turned out really good, dude. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. Like that there. And then I do want to introduce another colour. I might do dark bluish grey. I've just got a whole big new haul of secondhand Lego. So my wife has been sorting away, and so I've got all these kind of new bricks. So I've got all these new bricks, and it's just about organising all of these newer bricks into something. Yeah, the dreaded taking apart of the MOC build. Whoa, Wookiee slaves. I'm not in favor of slavery. Is that something that you were looking to do, Master Builder? Now I've got to be a little bit mindful because I am going to put, you know what I'm going to do? I've got to be a bit mindful because I've got to put a whole bunch of characters getting their lightsabers, so I have to kind of space this out. So I may actually kind of lay, I think that's kind of the general pattern of what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to have to, I might lay out where the lightsaber holders are going to be. It's treason. I'll put Savi over here. Savi should like oversee his shop actually, and then his little gatherer. Still a big fan of these two, like how these two turned out. So these are like custom, not like custom as in custom made pieces, but like they're just like a fig bash that I've put together. So that's my Savi, if you haven't seen him, or Savi. And then this one is one of the gatherers. I actually really like this detail of using like the earmuffs from who's it from? I think it's from Neville from like one of the Harry Potter sets, and then that's like a Naboo starfighter, not starfighter, a Naboo security guard, a royal guard, and yeah, I think that actually worked out pretty well. And I used basically the goggles like the earmuffs like they're goggles, so I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, that'd be cool, Master Builder. Yeah. Suppose. Try not to kick over any 1x1s. I know what else I need for this. Leaks, yes. Also kind of mid-rearranging this thing. Yeah, the leaks. Yeah, I think the palace is gonna have like the minifigures are great. There's no disputing. In fact, like pretty much like they've done some really good any ones where you're gonna get multiple different molds of aliens. I think is a good set. So that will be a good set from and also just the pieces as well. I think that there's a really good lot of pieces in there. As a display piece, meh. I'm not really that fussed with that. Like if I really wanted to put Jabba's Palace on display or like Boba's Palace, I would just get probably Bill Bricks' palace and look at building that. But yeah, I think it works like as a set works pretty well because kids will be able to play with it. You'll have lots of really good figs for mock building because like a Quarren, what's the other one? You've got like obviously you got the Bib Fortuna stuff. Who else in it? I'm drawing a blank. I haven't had my coffee this morning. And you've also got I think you got a Weequay in there as well, which is pretty cool. And a Gamorrean guard, like you can't go wrong with a Gamorrean, right? So, like the fact that you get all of them in there, that's pretty cool. The N1, yeah, I mean, they're always going to do it. So, the ATT, I am excited, as I said before, about. I think you missed it, Ben, when Master Builder mentioned it as well. I am pumped about that because I haven't got much clone stuff. So, hey Vittel, where am I? Actually, I need that to be. These ones are not that stable, this section. But yeah, overall, like I think this lot of sets is better than say the earlier, like last year's early versions of like just the TIE and the X-Wing and the shuttle. Like I think this general wave, pretty much since the AT-AT, I think pretty much since that point, Lego's been doing okay with the Star Wars releases. Disaster. I should try and balance this out. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, Cad Bane. I've heard that. Is that I've heard that's legit coming. I was not convinced that was going to happen either. I thought that was just everyone being hopeful. I think I'm going to go every... Yeah, I'm going to go every 4 positions here. Yeah. I'll agree with that. What is going on with this? Thanks. I got it at Disneyland, actually. This hat, it's one of my favorites. Love The Incredibles. Can be the sets definitely can be a bit like all over the place. So you're only keen about the N1, Ben? I really don't want to do too many of these ones. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pop that one. Where's my tool gone? I think I'm going to do some replacing of this. I've got to find some more of my dark tan plates so I can replace some of these 2x. They're not very stable. And I want to... Apologies for the cough too, obviously I'm still coming back from being a bit sick the last couple of weeks. Yes! That's going to work out pretty perfect. Thanks, Ben. Way to rub it in, man. Hey, Star Wars Cam. My fellow factions buddy. Try and figure this out. How you going, Cam? Hey man, I love your ship too. I just saw it on Discord. It looks awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it would for sure. Definitely would. I think there's a few parts of Batuu that would work really well for that. I've just got to I think I'm gonna go like every four. So if I do that, like that, it should be spread out enough. Three. Oh, that one. Yeah, for sure, Ben. You should be getting more followers. Like loads of people on YouTube. Actually, there's a lot of there's a lot of good builders out there that are just not getting enough exposure for me. Oh, of course, the cough comes back now. Oh, you missed it. You should have been here at the start of the build, Matt. Like Southern Creator's the same. I can't believe he's like not got as many views. Like builds are really cool. Ben, you should just get up to 66 followers and then stop. I don't know if they're that underrated. It's hard to get a lot of exposure. Vittel, I think like that's the main issue is that I think that it's oh hey, it's the other Sam or the real Sam has arrived. No, I haven't pre-built this one. This one, how I did this, Sam, is I basically laid out the plates because a lot of the pieces in Batuu are modular, so that I can take them out and do stop motion on them. So what I basically do is I lay out these plates. I've got a general kind of idea in my head about what I want to do with this. Sometimes I'll pre-build them in studio. Other times, most of the time, I just kind of feel my way through it. So, yeah, basically, I'm just kind of working through it and seeing where I kind of get to. And I'm pretty sure I know where I'm heading. I'm just trying to figure out probably one of the hardest parts because I need to get this laid out, but I don't want to have too many lightsaber holders on there, as many as are on the actual thing. I want to sort of spread it out so it feels a bit more like there's less Jedi in the galaxy and they're more special. So people shouldn't just be easy to get lightsabers, right, Sam? You know about that. And thank you. But I think I'm locked in now to what I want to do. And I am going to do the table in the dark tan. I wasn't shocked, Ben. Your clone base looked awesome, man. Like really, really good. It was well deserved. Yeah. And the idea for what I'm going to do here, I don't know if any of you guys have been to like Galaxy's Edge, but if you have a look at the reference in here, I'm going to capture some of this, but just change it a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to capture this, but just change it a little bit. I'm actually going to have... So these parts here are going to form like the holder. It's basically like you... Spoiler alert for Galaxy's Edge. You basically put like... You build your lightsaber, then you put the saber on the table, like in a little chute, and then close it, and then it opens up, and there's a saber in there. So, I want to create those, but I don't want too many of them on the table either. Just because otherwise it's going to end up like there's going to be heaps of lumpy stuff. Yeah, and 100%, Sam. And you would know from looking at the Art of book, you can tell that they went mental with like the world building aspect of Batuu. And then they had to pare it back to make it a practical thing and consumable, you know what I mean? So, yeah, they obviously did that. Whereas I still like the idea of having multiple. Almost as though, like, they actually use this a little bit for other things sometimes as well, this table. But generally the lightsaber, I want to sort of try to capture some parts of it, of the park, but look at it in a more practical way. Hey Mitch, he's back. I've been good. I've been busy, really busy, like in a good way. But yeah, I think it's probably because of the time frames, Mitch. I've changed to the kind of middle zone between UK and US, and then Australia kind of gets a little bit shafted if you don't watch YouTube in the morning. Yeah, so like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then what I'm going to do, and I may actually have to order these pieces in, but I'm going to get I raised these up one extra plate because I'm going to get a little bracket piece, like a 1x1 bracket that sits in this section. So then it comes up, and then you can actually stick the saber in there. That's the idea. I just don't know if I've got many of those 1x1 brackets. Just to see if it's going to work, I'm going to try this. Oh, yes. But you know what? That's why I actually like... So with my larger Batuu... Sam, I'm talking to you by the way. But with my larger Batuu build, I wanted to keep some of the pieces that, like Doc On does, I've kept more like the park on the outside. But one thing that I did want to do is I wanted to incorporate a little bit more of some of the things I like in the concept art, because it's more of a world. So I wanted to create kind of an in-world Batuu and not just like a theme park. So I've kind of tried to remove as much as possible any of the consumer type feelings of it. So this is just... And yeah, the water monster in particular, that would have been pretty sick. But what I'm trying to do here, so with this part, so you'll see like the double bracket. Imagine that that's a single bracket, and then here. So that would go like that, and then the idea would be, if this is not going to work. Oh no, it's not going to work. Because they're the same connection-wise. How else can I do this? I could. It may be a bit clunky doing it this way, but it could work too. I had a couple of these the other day. Totally can't find the piece I'm looking for. But the idea, I can still use the 1x1 bracket, and then what I'll do is I'll have, you know, like the round 1x1 round piece, which has the little poker through them, like that sits out. I did have like a whole stack of them, which I now don't have, of course. But I can basically like fit that into there. I think that's probably the best option. Actually, I might even be able to get a 1x1 bracket with a hole in the top of it. Or do they only go down? I think they only go downward. I don't know. But basically that's the idea anyway. So like when you look at it from side on. It's terrible viewing because I'm trying to hold it, but like something like that with the idea. Yeah, Sam, I think you'll like that guy. He's my Savi. It's one of my fig bashers. Of course, he's a relic hunter and collector. So, thanks, Vitel. Oh yeah, this is the. Do you know what? I'm going to take you on a. I'm mid organising, but this is actually the Brickmad wall. So it's up there. There's a couple of images on Instagram, I think, that have it, but that's it. Okay. I'm just reorganising the whole studio at the moment. Actually, I've been doing some things to Batuu, so like some pretty major things, which I'll be announcing this week. Do you know what? I may just do 2 down the side. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it out and do 2. Yeah, I think that's going to work heaps better. Like that. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Definitely. 2 and 2. And I think aesthetically it might just work nicer if they were spread apart like that. Yeah, I'm happy with that now. I think that's how much I'm going to spread them. And then what I'll do is on the other side, I'll do the same. And one there and one there. And then these ones would be on the edge, would be opposing. Yep. Done. Too easy. Yeah. I think if you come more and more, Sam, you might be like, I'm over this. This is like I think I'm going to try and I'm going to keep the vibe the same, but I'm going to try and find some new tracks as well. Because there's a couple of tracks on there I'm not that fussed on. Yeah, there is, so that's Ollivander's, it's Ollivander's face. I think it's Ollivander's hair too. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so that's good. Feeling good about that part. Oh, that's good, Lego Master Builder. I'd hope that the change. I think the change does work generally for most people, except Mitch. Yeah, Mitch. To be honest, I was thinking about changing or doing an extra one, so I get one that's more like Australian-based guys, because I do have a couple of people that could that I'd like to sort of catch up with there, but. Just depends on schedule and that type of thing. So yeah, I was looking to maybe make that happen. Just gonna maybe fit out the tiles here. Now decisions. I'm gonna need to get some. I have like none. Alright, so generally I think they're too far apart. Yeah, that'll work too. Okay. This will work better doing it this way. Just from a practical point of view, I think. I really want to have them apart. Looking at it on screen and seeing what looks better too. multiple places. Thinking. I need like a button that I can hit that's just like me thinking. Dun, 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 like that. Almost did the bite, didn't. Okay, no, decision made. We'll split him apart. Now, I've actually made these for Docondas. 100%. Here's a space Ollivander. It's like they went down to Universal and was like, hey, so everyone loves Ollivander's whole thing. We should do a thing with lightsabers, but. No, so I won't enclose the whole building for this one. How it works for Batuu is that I've got a bunch of buildings. Actually, I've got some announcements that's coming up on Sunday to some changes to how I'm doing for the overall build of Batuu, which will actually affect this a bit. But with Docondas, I have made it so that I can, which is the big kind of round one, obviously in the middle, I've made it so that there's a wall that's detachable, and then I can get in to film inside. But with this one, because it's over to the edge and it's actually underneath something in this version, basically the idea is that Savi's is on the bottom, Savi's salvage is on the bottom side of Docondas and inside, kind of inside the black spire, and then you go through the black spire out to the edge of the build, and the marketplace is actually going to be on top of Savi's workshop, which is kind of like a cave underneath it. So this will actually be underneath, and the idea is that on the side of the build you'll be able to see out the front, so you'll actually see the build from this direction, that direction, and then you'll have walls up this side and walls up this side, and then walls at the back with the doors here. So that's generally what I'll be doing for that anyway. So it will be enclosed in terms of the top, but there will be an open wall. Do you know what? Actually, I put this in here just as a C, but I quite like the I quite like using the nougat as a I think probably just as like a highlight of where the saber will be. Another saber there. So that would generally be how it would look. Just tilt that a little bit. What do you guys reckon? Do you think it's too far in between over these sides? Do you think I need to do that? That looks weird to me. Maybe this is better. Doing it that way, and then this way. I've got another one. Oh, where is that? Yeah, maybe. I might be able to get to a convention. Not one overseas, though. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Does anyone know if you can get these? These bricks in dark tan, just off the top of your head without me opening up Bricklink. I probably won't. I do have different coloured hilts for Doc Ondars because it's more of a den of antiquities. But I'm not going to do that for Savis. So I may have a gold one. I may put a gold one in there. Maybe I should do the Wookiee one. I'll do the Wookiee lightsaber. Just the stick. Yes. Yeah, so that's where I could potentially introduce it. Yeah. I am kind of liking the variation on the table. I didn't think I would. Like usually, I don't know, there's something about nougat. The main problem I'm having is that I don't. Yeah, I didn't think so. I feel like they're a light grey, maybe a dark bluish grey. Exclusive colour, and I mean like exclusive, not in this. I'm sure they have other versions of this, like in the crazy, like normal colours, but like primary colours, but not in other MOC colours. I think. Yeah, look, I'm just gonna go for this because I feel like this is right. And then I think what I'm gonna do is replace. Hey, Doodle Fizz. General Doodle Fizz. Hello there yourself. Or, actually, I'm going to give you guys an option. Because the main problem I'm having at the moment is that I don't want... The dark grey works for this, because it's on the top. But I don't want to have it. Like ideally, maybe I should go to. Does anyone know if this comes in a dark bluish grey? But this one, does that come in dark bluish grey? What do you guys reckon about that then? Doing this instead, like and keeping it all dark tan. I feel like it's a bit boring. You know, looking at that on camera, I'm like, nah. Metallic gold. Ah, cool. Okay, I think that might be the selling point then. Yeah. Oh, bright pink brown. Sold. Yeah, because what I was kind of thinking is that if I go light grey on the ground and then dark grey on top. Dark grey on top, because then I could do dark grey like all around. I think that would look heaps better. And then what I could do here is I could actually do, instead of the dark grey, I could do tan as the inset. So this top section, and then that tan would kind of relate a little bit to this. So basically this trim would run around there. All of the tops would be dark greys. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Oh, I have the Mando Forge set. I don't have it open. But yeah, okay, sweet, sold, done. They're all coming up. This is. Do you still think that? What do you guys reckon? Should I keep the nougat? So the nougat is the base holder, because I don't like the dark tan. I don't think that works. I think it's a bit. Bleh. Dark tan's a good base color. It's not a decent accent color. Not that I'm particularly trying to accent these, but I think that would look pretty schmick to have that there. Yep, I think so. So look, all of these pointless. You are going to get picked up. So we've made some great decisions in progress today. Not very much actual progress. I actually think that's the hardest part with this, is like just sometimes making those decisions. I fiddle around with the decisions for a long time, and then the building doesn't take very long. It's just the decision making process. Because I really don't do anything. I like looking at clean builds, and I'm going to challenge myself to do a more like a cleaner. I want to be able to clean my builds up a bit. It's something that I'm working on, like as a Lego artist, is like trying to clean things up a bit so they're not so messy. But I do like a little bit more texture. So I've got to it's about just refining that. So I'm getting texture and different color qualities, but then you're trying to kind of bring it back. Cool, definitely good. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Dark tan all the way. No, dark grey. Dark bluish grey. Yep. Cool. Cool. And then somehow this, I may have one that's sticking out from there, like that. Maybe I'll sit this back a bit further. Just put it in a. I'll figure that out. That will work though. Less conspicuous. Okay. Ha! Everyone's disassembling this morning. But like we all know, that's half of what you do. It's all just disassembling stuff. I bet you I've run out of nougats now. Yeah, I did. I've run out of the nougats. Okay, we're going alright for time. Later, Ben. Catch you next screen, buddy. Good job on your build. Looks awesome. Once again. Got to be careful about how many of these nougats, because I've got my coconuts competition build that's going at the moment, which has a lot of nougat in it. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Sam. You've just laid my fears that I may be having one of those moments where I'm just doing too much of one thing. Cool. Expecting it. Where are... Yeah, so Cam, you were talking about the fact that I've got all of those shelves, yet currently I've got stuff strewn all over the floor. Typical. Ha! Yeah. It's like I've got this organization. I totally don't use it. I don't think anyone's truly got the time for that, Sam. I know I don't, but I try. Yes. Yes, I think this is the right decision. You got like those, you know those, the rock shoes that you can get when you go to like a pebbly beach? My sister-in-law wears them. She loves them. If you're watching, you know who you are. Like you need those just walking around your house. Yeah, this is gonna look rad. Very happy with how that is gonna pan out, actually. Yeah, now we're talking. Is this like one of those things, like, I actually like looking at it when it's on camera. Hey Cyrus, I like looking at it when it's on camera because it actually gives you a better indication of how it looks. Like, because it's mainly a 4 camera, right? So like, it's interesting to do it that way. But I feel like this is, do you know what? I just remembered. That's not going to work. This is the downside though, Sam, to building it on the fly, is that you guys get to see all my crazy psychoses as I'm talking to you all, and you get to see all of my stuff ups. Live. That's the beauty of live. But that is what needs to happen, because I need to leave the space so that I can still do the whole lightsaber thing. But yeah, I do think that's working. Presently, I think that's working pretty well. There, and then I've got to allow for that to come around the back. This is off. I'm just going to shift that over a little bit further. There. I found this like very sharp, like very, very fine. Found this very fine screwdriver. So it's very good for lifting, actually, and it doesn't seem to destruct anything because it's so fine. Any thoughts on a MOC after Batuu? Yep. Heaps of thoughts, like I must do that. No, I am going to start. I've got an announcement coming up for a new series that I'm going to start, and it's kind of going to overlap with that. Sam and Cam know what I'm doing. So that's coming up soon, and I'm going to do a bit of a series on that. No, I'm thinking about a try a try Coruscant MOC, and it'll be one that I can take and do stop motion on, because that's what I'll be starting to do a lot more stop motion this year. That's kind of my goal, yeah, I look forward to telling a lot of sort of crazy stories. Hey, Talus! All my new buddies are in here. And you guys are like, we're not buddies. Not yet. You're just a blow-in. How you going, Talus? But yeah, so Master Builder, I'm thinking probably a Coruscant MOC. And that will become kind of, there'll be an upper level, there'll be which will be like the buildings and stuff, and then there'll be like a middle, and then the lower kind of seedy bottom section. And the idea is I'll be able to take each section off to do specific sort of specific stop motions, I guess, for it. So yeah, lots of stories. And that's kind of the driver. That was the driver to create Batuu too. Like, I wanted to build a lot of stories into it, and not just like through photography, but doing some actual shots and applying some of the animation skills and stuff that I already have from work to that. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But that was always the goal for this year, was to move into the stop motion side of things and start telling some good stories. And the other thing that I'm going to be announcing on Wednesday, my little the side series, which I feel like is going to become like a full-time series, that is also got to do with a lot of different storytelling. So with some really cool guys. So I'm looking forward to starting that little journey series as well. And yeah, I won't want to say too much more because I'm going to be talking about it on Wednesday. Yeah, you are not alone. Definitely not alone. Yeah, I think it just offers you a different perspective. Like, I look at, sorry, I'm going back to the whole camera thing, because like I look at what's going on with this, what I'm doing, and like, it's cool because like I could stand up and walk around and look at it from that direction, but to actually look at it from this direction that I'm looking at it, and then also look at it from someone else's point of view, it all depends on your point of view. That's actually really helpful, because you can actually see what's happening while you're making the decision from your point of view, and then you're seeing that result from a different angle. What do you think of the build so far, Talus? Got any thoughts? Yes. I was actually talking to Darth Bjorn about it the other week, and yeah, it's a bit of a tease, but yeah, it's the announcement's coming, and I'm going to tell you about how I'm going to do it. And but that's the idea is it's a bit more of a journey. It's a lot more of a story to each build that's going to be in it as well. Yeah, hopefully some of you guys that aren't involved might get involved as well. So it should be good. I'm very excited about it. Yeah. Okay, so we're starting to get somewhere, I think. I do need to get some of the... Yeah, okay, cool. I'll try to sort out the just stop the delay. Reduce the delay down possibly for next time. It's something I've been thinking about doing anyway, so still balancing out how to actually do all of this stuff. I'm just happy that I'm able to actually put my oh, thanks Mitch, thanks for coming in, man. It was really good to see you again, or to virtually see you again. Hopefully you can catch another one soon. But yeah, still getting a grasp on some of this stuff. I'm just happy that I was able to start the stream without... Yes, I'm a hype master, but it doesn't seem to do too much to my numbers. It's all for the fun. Oh, it's always balancing pieces. Balancing pieces. Alright. I'm out of 1x4s, of course. Yep, I'm out of 1x4s. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going, I think, with the... You guys get the idea of how the table's going to look though now, right? So there you go. There's that. And then let's... So I'm going to have to order some parts in for that for sure. So the good news is, the other good news about the series, not just that I'll be able to tell some really fun stories and things, is that I will actually be able to, I'll be doing a lot more kind of builds, which is going to be fun. And there'll be generally smaller builds. Obviously, there'll be smaller builds in Batuu, but I'd always sort of intended, I guess, to do a lot more smaller builds more consistently, and then do Batuu as like a whole thing. So I'm actually just going back to that, and I'll be doing it for the redacted. Can you call it? It's like its code name is going to be the redacted. Like that. Really like to get this floor tiled out. Oh, I don't need to do that. I need to leave room for that, for the wall. Do not use this space. Yeah, I definitely wanted to do a mix of straight line and block tiles in this section. Pretty much through all of Batuu. If I had a little bit more forethought, I probably would have used, and I had them, I probably would have done all dark grey bases here. And that's so that I could have actually left it so it looked like there was some broken out sections here. But instead I'm going to add some raised textures there. Yeah, just going to add some raised textures in there. Hopefully that will be enough. So obviously including this, just going to test it. Yeah, sweet. So that's generally how it's going to play out with a figure in position there. It's working pretty well. And then Savi would be in the center somewhere in there. Ka-chow. That's generally how it's going to work. Alright. How are we going for time? Alright, I've got 15 minutes before I got to head to work. But I like where this is going. And yes, that was a reference to Robot Chicken, if anyone picked it up. I gotta stop building this way because it keeps auto zooming, auto focusing. Sorry. Well, thanks for that, Sam. It's definitely a new thing. The chat generally is a bit delayed most of the time. It's hard sometimes because when I listen to it just to make sure that it's working, like the audio's working, but the audio is delayed, so it's really hard. It's not like a live chat, it is deliberately delayed, but you can adjust it a little bit. So I'm going to play with those. Yeah, the way I've set it up, it's a little bit more difficult, but yeah, generally that is what you do. It's just the camera icon. Hey, thanks, Talus. Appreciate that, mate. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to curve this corner. So I've just got to make sure that I build in some more jumpers to have this swing around properly. I think it's there. It's about there. Where are those pieces? Actually, I'll be able to do it off this. Ah, perfecto. Sweet. So that will form the wall at this point. That kind of section there. And then the idea is that I'll curve it off so that that wall comes around. But I'm gonna have to do it wider than that. Because I'm taking it right to the edge. And then the droid factory will be on the outside of it. Cool. So that's what I'm looking at. No, I know what I can do. I can just tile the whole way because I'll connect them. I'll connect these pieces. I won't bother with the jumpers. I won't need them. Sweet. I really need to buy myself some ingots. Hey, that's a good idea. Like, I've got a whole stack of those books from, I've got a whole stack of those books from Harry Potter. Maybe, yeah, I could definitely, because I'm going to have to build in some shelves as well. More likely I'll build the shelves on this side. That's why I'm kind of tiling out that side mainly. Yeah, and I was going to put kind of shelves and stuff at the back because I wanted this here to look right, and then I was going to put the doorway there, single doorway, and then shelves and stuff here. So maybe I could put some of those books in there. I think that's a good idea. Like he's yeah, I need some ingots. I'm really starting to get. Actually, Sam, I had a look at your parts list the other day. That's really helpful. It's something that I've been thinking about doing for a long time, because I get a lot of bulk sets and then I separate them out, and I generally just separate out the colors. But how I've found now is that I've got so many different pieces that I kind of want to, but I'm sort of trying to go to my go-tos all the time, but I generally have, like, it's almost like there's too many now to nicely organize them as well and to make them accessible. So I'm trying to break them down so it's a little bit easier, and actually having some of those kind of staple pieces that I use all the time kind of laid out and making sure that I've got enough of those, and then selling some of the other pieces. I don't want to get rid of all the pieces, because there's sometimes obviously when I luck on to like create a crazy greebly piece. I'm just like, I'm going to use that, and then it works. But yeah, definitely need to get myself. Ingots are on the list. The other one actually that I've been using a lot and are really, really useful for so many things are these ones, which you can't see because I just tried to show the microphone. But there you go. Actually, I'll pull it up. It's the 1x2s. 1x2s. Those ones. It's just so useful. You can put them in walls. Work really well for like breaking up the walls. And also just even because they've got the holes, so they're useful for like putting, if you want to put sticks in and stuff. Like I'm going to use some on the coconut build that I'm building at the moment. Not the coconut build, the coconut contest build that I'm doing at the moment, and then actually having like pikes on them with helmets. So that is something that I'm looking at doing too. Are you talking about the music, Sam? Let me just check. It could be. Yeah, cool. All right. 5 minutes. So I will have to go make a coffee before work. But I like where this is heading. I think this is going in a good direction. I'm probably going to drop a... Might drop another... Here. I want to have use a few different methods for... No, you know what, I'll do that. A few different methods for dropping the figs on, so that it's not all this. They're not all done the same. But I actually want to leave one spare as well, and it'll probably be the one in the middle on this side, so that they're spread out when I do have people in there. I may not even have that many. Like I want to have people like for some of the shots. And this is the great thing, is that I can have different scenes, you know. I can have a scene where it is just Savi, and then I can do like a character scene where the two of them are sort of in there, maybe talking about Force things. And everyone likes chatting about Force things. Yeah. Cool. All right, well, that's some decent progress for today, I think. I'm going to wrap it up because I am going to have to go down and make myself a coffee. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with how that's gone. Thank you for your help, everyone, and for dropping in for a chat. It was always good. And to all of you new guys and my new buddies that have dropped in, I look forward to hopefully seeing a bit more of you guys as well. And yeah, sharing some big things that are coming up on the channel this year. So, but yeah, the first things first is I will have to do. You're gonna get a special vid this week of builds, which is the coconuts build. So that is going to be cool. That's going to come out on Friday, unless I can finish it earlier, but it's still probably going to come out on Friday. And then so that's going to be like a cinematic and features. And then I'm going to do a Batuu update. It's going to be a little bit different because there's been some pretty major changes on my Batuu build. And it's like a little bit of a directional change to a point. So that's going to be interesting, and I'm going to hopefully for you guys, and I'm going to show you guys through that on Sunday with a little bit of building stuff as well. And then next, so then the following Wednesday, I'm likely going to be I'm going to at least do the announcement of the redacted the new redacted series, which is also going to be playing at the same time as Building Batuu. So, and I'm really excited about that one. I'm looking forward to telling all of you about it. I've dropped things around already. So if you've seen anything, you may have already seen what I'm doing, and some of you guys in here obviously already have seen it. So yeah, it's going to be cool, guys. I look forward to catching up with all of you next week, hopefully, and I'll see you all next time. So that's good. Bye, guys. And may the bricks be with you.